Good morning.
Good morning to you.
All right, Rick, I've interviewed you so many times, I don't know what to say now. So what do we want to talk about today for 1 minute?
For 1 minute. All right. Well, we can talk about some of the upcoming events I'll be doing this coming season.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll be at MegaCon this year, all 4 days. Looking forward to that. I'll be at Lake Collecticon in June. Looking forward to that. I'll be in Mexico again at Chihuahua for Celebration Chihuahua. That'll be at the...
My man, Rick.
All right.
Thanks, bro.
All right. We'll talk
One
to
of
you
the
soon.
best right there. All right. See you later, Rick.
All right.
Hey, Nick. Jennifer, good morning.
Hey, what's up, T?
Make sure you get just this side.
All right, come on up. Can you see it? Well, let me get on this side.
There we go.
All right, so we got Jennifer and Nick here at Daytona Beach Con. Good people here, some of my best buddies. You guys want to say anything?
Chimichangas.
Chimichangas, love tacos.
Works for me. All right, I'll see you guys later. I got a booth over there. I'll see you. Good morning. How you doing? Terrence Baker. I'm doing my video. Anything you want to say about Daytona Beach Con?
Wait, who are you?
Terrence Baker, ICC.
Yeah, I remember you from yesterday.
Founder of ICC Magazine. I got a booth right over there.
Oh, ICC Magazine, cool. Daytona Beach, come on. I mean, I like Daytona. It's awesome. It's great weather, and you know, anytime I can be close to the ocean, that's a good thing.
All right. Works for me. Good to see you, bro. I know Monica and Raven, they're busy right now.
Hey Terrence, how are you?
Good morning. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you as well.
All right. I know you're busy. I was just saying hi. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. Anything you want to say about Daytona Beach Con?
Oh, it's like one of my favorite cons to go to, so if you're not here today, why?
There you go.
understand.
That's it. All right, Jamie. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Morning. Morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. There he is, this man. Good morning. How you doing, bro? How are you? Good to see you. How you doing? All right. Good morning, everyone. Just doing a quick video. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And there's Matt. And there's Mr. Page coming in now. Matt, good morning to you. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Good morning. And right there, you can see who we got. I know who they are. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
What's up, Terrence?
How you doing?
Hanging in there.
All right. Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Rick. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Terrence, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, bub?
Good morning, bro.
I'm doing a video. You want to say anything about Daytona Beach Con and what we got?
Dude, I think you'll agree with this. This is one of the best run cons, especially for a local convention that is ever out there. Folks, you got to come here because Tom puts a great show on. Terrence is here. I'm here. So many great vendors.
And that says everything.
I know, right? So the Joker's here, and that really says everything. Right?
Thanks, Rick.
But no, take care, buddy.
All right. Always good to see you. How are you guys doing today? Good morning. Good. Is that these guys here?
And the rest of the X-Force because we killed most of those guys off.
Deadpool, are you buying a comic?
I am.
All right. Awesome. There it is. Nice. Good job. Good choice.
I didn't like the last one that killed you.
Anything you want to say about Daytona Beach Con?
Daytona Beach Comic Con 2019, day 2. I'm tired. It's been rough. You gotta come out and see us. Come out and see us. We're here till 4.
There you go.
Maybe 5.
Good morning. How are you? Good morning, guys.
Hello.
Morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Hey.
Good. I'm saying good morning to everybody. Good morning. And we got a couple of cosplayers just walked in. Morning.
And here's the artist.
Oh, awesome. You have
It's referred to as a painted style because it's more brush strokes, less lines, less of the hard ink. That's a person right here.
Yeah, that was the Darren Root. They're going to get the original.
Heavy action.
So you guys had fun at the show. You have been here in your leather jacket and your leather pants all weekend. I know that your body is. Let me tell you what,
I'm always taking pictures.
Friday night tonight.
Work all day.
I do love Jake, so.
I'm gonna get another book from this guy. About to get out of here. He's taking pictures of what we're about to buy.
You guys leaving?
Yeah, about to get out of here. This green part. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We're going to start over here with my friend Lance.
I am Lance Footer, the owner of Art Lance Footer and Low Vision Studios.
Go ahead, man.
My name is Matt Knowles. I am the writer and creator of Heirs of a Seal Door, the writer and creator of the story itself, and also the musician that does 98% of the music on the metal CD that goes along with it. We also have a Kickstarter for Tales from Nocturnia, which is a medieval spin-off from that steampunk time travel series. And my partner, Steph Cannon, and I will have a series coming out on Alterna Comics in Q1 of 2020.
Hi, my name is Terrence Baker. I'm the writer, producer, and founder of a group called ICC, which stands for Independent Creators Connection. And I've got over 34 published comics now, but it's due to collaboration. A lot of them I've done myself. I'm an artist. And I want to say I've got a couple of new customers in here, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming by the booth. And Indie Advocates, that's what we're all about, independent.
And I am Mr. Anderson, the Indie Devil and the Indie Advocate. And two different things I do. I advocate for indie creators all the time. It's what I do to help bring up the indie comics community, because every site out there that has indie comics in its name or tries to be about indie comics winds up being about DC and Marvel, and I didn't think that was fair. So I made indieadvocates.com, and I've had many of these amazing people. I think we've even covered something from you, Lance. I think you were in a Kickstarter, because when we have a person in our site, it actually can be drawn up in our search field. So when I saw you on the panel, I'm like, have we covered him? And I think you were part of a Kickstarter, or someone had mentioned you in an interview.
I had won the 2018 Indie Spacey Awards.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Last year, and I don't even live here in Florida, so I was totally honored by that. Awesome.
Yeah. And the year before that, like Dirk Manning won? Or were you in the class with Dirk Manning?
No.
It was the year before that Dirk Manning won. You can't get a break when you live in Florida with the awards down here, I'll tell you that. They want to nominate people outside. And coming in now, I'm also in the Indie Devil, because I create comics myself. And by being the Indie Advocate, people didn't realize I actually made comic books. Everyone would say, wait, you do comic books too? I guess they think you can't do two things at once, which I can, you know. And Dorothy's, go ahead, tell them who you are.
Hello, how you doing? I am the creator and writer of Spirit's Destiny. It's a comic book which was inspired by the survivors of the Haiti earthquake. We never had a Haitian female superhero, so I decided to create one. The first book is about her sneaking out the house, and from her choices, she learned that it happens to be severe consequences. My second issue, basically, we're going to figure out what happens from, the extension from issue 1, which I have implemented Haitian Creole, so I'm basically teaching you guys about my culture and learn how to speak a new language. So that book should be out by next month. Sorry for being late, guys.
And that book was successfully kickstarted. I'm not rubbing it in, I'm jealous. Like, I want to know how you did it. After this, I'm going to sit in a panel when you tell me how you managed to get the 200% mark. That's not something to see. It's been harder this year on Kickstarter. So
Thank you.
That's no small feat. And you're back on Kickstarter already with a project that you were a co-author with, right?
Yes.
What's that about?
That book is about a black British shapeshifter. He protects his community secretly, and now he has a new foe. This foe wants to bring him out, wants to, reveal his identity. So he's basically taking a risk by fighting this foe. But I can't reveal too much. But it was all actually also funded. I appreciate the support, and I still have more content coming out. I want to stay consistent. It's hard to be consistent.
Yes, one of the things we were talking about today is that you can write a story, but it doesn't mean it's going to follow a schedule. You have to deal with artists, you have to deal with deadlines, you have to deal with life coming up, people get sick, family members get sick. And that's just life, that's part of what we do. So this entire panel, for those, just to make sure you know where you're at, this is the 4th panel today to earn our Indie Takeover panel session. It's the art of comics, the in and outs of creating panel art. This panel will have both writers, which is me, Matt, Terrence. Lance, are you both? No. You're just one-sided. Okay. And Orpheus. He's actually the only pure artist we have right here, so we have to be very gentle with the artist.
He just called you two-faced.
No, I don't like him. We established that we do this because he can do all the work without anyone's help. Although you do get an editor, right? I do suggest everyone gets an editor. You can do both sides of it. Always have an outside set of eyes. And remember, moms and dads don't make good editors. Brothers don't make good editors. You want people who are going to rip your work apart. And they can respect you and be your friends, but they have to be able to rip into you and tell you when something's wrong and tell you why it's wrong. So I suggest big sisters. Big sisters and older brothers, probably perfect for it. And we're also going to be discussing the basic idea of taking a script and working with an artist to make it come alive and become a comic book. This is a Q&A panel, meaning all you guys can jump in with your questions at any point. So feel free, just raise your hand once again, and we're going to begin. So we'll start with Lance, since you're the only artist in the room.
Put me on the spot.
Because with Terrence, you work on your own stuff, right?
Yes.
So it's a lot harder for this question. For you, it'd be easy. What script do you like? Because this is an important one. There are many different scripts you can get. What are your favorites and what are your least favorite as an artist?
As an artist, I've only worked on my own story.
Oh, okay.
Not
really showing them off, you know what I mean? Hiding the bad guy in your background. Have you done that? Because I know I've done that in one of my books.
I'm doing it right now in Tales from Nocturnia. There's some stuff we specifically told Hobby, and if you know anything about the way that I write, which if you're in the room, you probably don't, I tend to write backwards, and what I mean by that is, I'll make sure that I understand where my climax points are, I'll make sure I understand what my reveals are going to be, and I'll map those out, and then I'll go backwards in the issues. Like with Heirs, it's an 11-issue story arc, and there's things that I wrote for issue 11, there's things I've written for the sequel, that I implanted things in issue 2, issue 4, issue 6. I wrote those points, and I went backwards and put those things in, and there was times I had to tell the artist, trust me, I need you to do this like this now, because something is going to be coming in 4 issues that you're not even on right now, so make sure these things are here. One of the things in Heirs issue 2, which you probably can't see it because it's very small on here, but because this is the double issue redone, but on here there are some cables up in the top. They're in a laboratory, and there's these little cables that are up in the top of the ceiling. And I made sure that the artist was putting those in as often as he could. Completely, not anything that was a focal point of any panel in any way. Those cables came into play in issue 4. And it was done so that people would go, holy crap, I didn't even notice those things. And they went back to issue 1 and looked, and they're like, are you freaking kidding me? That was only the cover of issue 2. How did I not even notice that? And it gave them a whole different perspective on what was going on. So absolutely, I'd make sure that there's things that are in there as Easter eggs and little hidden things that will be revealed later on.
For collaborations, if you have previous books, tell them all. Everybody on staff read the previous issue.
Yes.
And so forth. It makes it easier.
And Dorothy, you seem to want to say something about that.
No, I was agreeing with him.
Oh, okay. So when you're creating this book, and this goes to anyone on the panel, and you're working together with someone, and this is just a general question, because I heard someone told me I'm doing this the wrong way. I'm the letterer. I'm the last person to touch the book. I get the opportunity to write it and letter it. And being the letterer means I'm also the last one to see it. I get to see it. I get to change things as the writer if I notice a mistake. I had a book where one of my characters had tattoos. It was in the script. It was there. My artist just didn't catch it, and we didn't catch it when she sent it back. And the guy was only in 2 panels, but they're 2 very important panels. So I had that moment. All right, do I ask her to redo this and it would really alter things and it looks really good? Or does he really need tattoos? I had to make that decision. So I get to do that. So how do you guys handle that? Who's the last person to touch your book? And in that moment where you do find a mistake, do you find yourself willing to change your story because the art's worth it? Let's say the art nailed it. Let's say the art was, okay, that's beautiful, why would I mess with it?
Yes.
Do you change your story?
I had to do that.
You had to explain it to a little bit, as long as it doesn't give away any huge story points.
Well,
Oh,
Issue 1, the character was white. Issue 2, she drew him black.
how did you rectify that?
That's a big change though.
I'm doing issue 1 all over. I'm like, okay, let me just read this. Because she already colored it in letterings. I didn't catch it because, you know, she wanted his face. I was like, oh my God, you just changed my whole character. I had a character profile and everything. So I'm like, okay.
Well, let me ask you, did it fundamentally change the character, or was it an easy fix? Because some characters,
It's an easy fix. It's an easy
some
fix.
characters that would be really bad. Like turning Steve Rogers suddenly black would be a hard conversation to have because of where he came from, the time period he came from.
Yeah.
Was that a circumstance, or was their grace just not important?
It was nothing.
Oh, okay. Because
I was gonna say the biggest thing that I've ever had is, you know, we always try to work around it, but when you have a situation where, especially when you're bouncing back and forth between, hey, we're gonna be in setting A with these characters, now we're gonna go to setting B with these other ones, and we're coming back. It's like in movies, they don't go and film those things in linear form. They try to, like, you know, let's go film everything in the cafe now, let's go film everything here. That doesn't always happen in art. You want to normally draw in linear fashion, and so sometimes you can be like, hey, you know what, we're bouncing back here, and they forgot to put the guy's hat on. There's no reason for him to have his hat on, or he had a short sleeve shirt and he's got a long sleeve shirt, then we bounce back to a, you know, there's nothing that you can do to fix that other than go back to the artist, because there's no reason why Rob, sitting here at the panel, you look outside the door, you come back in, Rob's now got a a green long sleeve shirt on, you look outside the door, you come back in, it's now a yellow tank top. That can't be fixed. You can only fix that in the art, and so a lot of times what we like to do is, we'll even reference what their own artist did. Hey, remember, we're now in this setting. Here's the setting that you drew in issue 7. This is the exact same setting. This is where we're at, so they don't go in and say, oh, well, before we had an art story, now we're going to have a square one. Because that's the kind of stuff that people will pick that out.